Hello students, in this video we will discuss about the variation in demand and changes in demand. This is quite complicated and it is mostly asked for the distinguished part. It contains diagram also. We will draw it, we will discuss that thing. In this video I will cover only variation in demand, but in introductory part I will explain you what it is, what exactly variation and what exactly the changes in demand. Okay, so let's start. See, variation in demand and changes in demand. We are going to study two concepts. See, demand is classified into two parts, that is variation in demand and changes in demand. Problem arises over here. Variation is further divided into expansion of demand and contraction of demand, and changes increase in demand and decrease in demand. So just to remember, like if they ask you variation, then different types are expansion and contraction. You have to remember that. So VEC only because of price. I will explain you. Initially you will not understand these concepts, but I am giving you the code word, keyword to remember this. Then I will explain you the concept. Okay, now see what I have written. VEC. V stands for variation, E stands for expansion, and C stands for contraction. When they ask variation, there are two types of variation. One is expansion. Obviously expansion means what? Quantity expands. Obviously quantity expands means what? Price falls. So we react, we go and purchase more. So quantity demanded expand due to fall in price, and contraction of demand means what? Quantity demanded contracts, reduces when price increases. Okay, so these are two concepts. Only the thing is that sometimes you may get confused exactly increase decrease किसके type है और expansion contraction किसके type है. So better we will remember these words. CID. C stands for changes, I for increase, and D for decrease. So we will assume that CID do not charge price. So it will look like CID no price. No price means what? Other than price, demand is changing. So this we have studied the determinants of demand. Do you remember the determinants part or the factors which affect the demand? It is maybe because of income, change in fashion, habit, advertisement, then change in price of substitute goods or complementary goods. We have studied different determinants. So what they have done, changes and variation. Variation is taking place only and only because of change in price, and changes are taking place other than price. Do you know other than price means what? Other than price means price छोड़ के कौन से भी factors determine करते हैं. Okay, so we will remember like CID. C stands for changes, I stands for increase, D stands for decrease. And they do not charge price means what? Other than price. It affects, changes takes place other than price. Maybe income, change in population, change in price of substitute goods, change in complementary goods, anything but other than price. And for VC, it is only and only because of price. Clear? Next. Now we will see the explanation part. See, demand, we all know that now. Demand means desire backed by ability and willingness to pay. Variation in demand, other things being constant. Remember students, if other things means income, advertisement, whatever it is, that should remain constant. Then when demand changes due to change in price, see here the factor is price. Demand changes only and only because of price and other factors remaining constant. Then we have two types of demand, that is expansion of demand and contraction of demand. Let's see. So now you have understood variation, two types, expansion and contraction. Now let's see, we will draw a diagram. I as usual, x-axis and y-axis. See students, I have assumed that is 1 square is 1 centimeter. So I have drawn 5 to 6 centimeter, 6 to 7 centimeter line, x-axis and y-axis. We name it as, we will name it as x-axis and y-axis. X-axis indicates quantity demanded and y-axis indicates price of a commodity. Okay, got it? Now here we always indicate 0. Okay, you can show this. Now we will assume that at OP price my quantity demanded is, suppose it's here OQ. Are you understanding? At OP price, I am saying that my quantity demanded is 0. Now I have to show it with the diagram. So at OP price, my quantity demanded is OQ. Okay. So at OP price, my quantity demanded is OQ. Now the price is falling. The price is falling because we are showing expansion of demand. So if I want to show the expansion of demand, I have to reduce the price. So my new price is P1. Now here my quantity demanded has increased. Maybe suppose I have taken Q1. Okay. So my new price is OP1. My new price is OP1. And my new quantity is OQ1. See, initially I was here at point A, then I moved to downward side, that is B. So this is, you can say that downward sloping. You can see from A to B, the movement is downward sloping. You can say that there is inverse relationship. Okay, done. Again, I am explaining at OP price, quantity demanded is OQ. When price falls, demand has expanded. Okay. Here price has reduced and therefore my demand has expanded. This is what the demand has expanded. To what extent I am showing you to what extent demand has expanded. So my new quantity is OQ1. So expansion of demand took place only because of change in price. Now let's see the explanation of expansion of demand. See, I always tell you the way you explain the diagram. See over here, what we do, we write x-axis indicates what, y-axis indicates what, and slope of demand curve or whatever, supply curve, demand curve. Whenever diagram comes, every time remember this. This is in this way it will be easy for you to explain it. See, x-axis, what it indicates, quantity demanded. Y-axis indicates price in rupees. Write the unit also, quantity demanded in kg, price in rupees. And slope, see here it is downward sloping from left to right. Okay, so expansion of curve is negative slope. Negative, why? Because there is inverse relation, you can see. So this is what expansion of demand. Now let's move to the next concept, that is contraction of demand. Now we are talking about contraction of demand. Contraction of demand. Now see, contraction means, tell me, demand is going to reduce. Now demand is going to reduce means obviously your price will be increasing. Okay, so here the diagram will look like, here again quantity demanded, then my price, So label it as 0. So suppose my price is, sorry, my price is OP. Okay, initially my price is OP, my quantity is OQ. Now we have to show that the price has increased. Instead of P1, we will write P2 because in the initial diagram I have labeled it as a P1. So now P2, obviously I have to show less than original quantity because here price has increased. So I have to show them that my quantity has reduced. सो क्यू के बाद कहां पर भी मत डायग्राम ड्रॉ करो, क्यू से पहले ड्रॉ करो. Got it? I will write it as Q2 because Q1 I have given it to, I have labeled it to our expansion part. So my contraction of demand is Q to Q2 because of increase in price. Same diagram, draw it neatly. 5 to 6, take 5 to 6 centimeter, accordingly measure it. It's not hard and fast rule, but it should look, the size should be reasonable. Now see, as usual, our explanation part, x-axis indicates, just a minute. X-axis indicates what, y-axis indicates what. Same explanation, and here it is upward sloping. Can you see the movement is now upward, towards upward? Initially you were here, now you have moved to B. Earlier it was like this, now it is moving towards upward direction. So we will say that contraction of demand curve sloping upward, there is a positive slope. Okay, got it? Now in the last diagram, what I have done, I have shown both the parts. See, you can see initially you were here in expansion. See, this is called expansion of demand. Here it is downward sloping and here it is upward sloping and here it is contraction of demand. Okay, this you will say that this is contraction of demand. Okay, in the same diagram they have shown both the part. One, the price is rising, but better I will suggest you to practice the diagram by drawing in different way, expansion different, contraction different, so that in the exam, even though they ask you distinguish part or maybe or short note type, if they ask distinguish part, short note, no problem, but if they ask you distinguish part, then it will be difficult for you to draw this diagram. So better make the practice of drawing both the diagrams separately. Okay, so what we have studied, variation in demand is further classified into expansion of demand and contraction of demand. Then these changes, these things, variations takes place only because of change in price. Now change means what? It may increase or it may decrease. When the price decreases, our demand expands, and when the price increases, our demand contracts. Okay, sorry, it should be no, it should be contracts. Okay, so upward movement, downward movement, left to right, all these things, please go through it. Please practice of drawing diagram. I have already told you x-axis, y-axis, slope. This is the way to explain your diagram. It will cover all these things. Always write x-axis indicates what, y-axis indicates what, and whatever the demand curve, CS supply curve, whatever we are going to, utility, MU, TU, we are going to show. Third point should be that. Okay, so I hope you understood. Here I have finished the variation part. In the next lecture I will explain you the changes in demand. Okay, thank you.